The Cloud Pak for Security Cases app has two major parts, the case management component and the orchestration and automation component. The case management part is where you access and manage cases. This part is available for free with the Cloud Pak for Security installation package. You can access the case management app from the homepage or by going to the main menu. When you access the Cases app, you see the assigned cases that you can participate in as a member or an owner. A case is an event in which data or a system might be compromised. If you have admin access for the Cases app, you can create a new case through a manual process and become a case owner. The various apps and actions in the Cloud Pak for Security can automatically create cases. One such example is the MI Affected automated scan in the TII app. Let's cancel the case creation process and open one of the already created cases. Let's navigate to a high-severity case. The Details tab summarizes basic information about a case. One critical part of the case details is the incident type. Based on the type of incident, a case has a series of different tasks that must be completed to respond to the incident. A task is a unit of work that is accomplished by a user, device, or process. Some tasks can be processed automatically. Even more relevant is that tasks can be assigned to you manually, and when they are done, you can mark them as complete. Case owners can track the progress of the various tasks. As you see, the tasks are organized in phases. You can also add more tasks to the list. Let's move to the next tab. In the Notes tab, you can document any additional information that helps drive the case and tasks. The Members tab shows the team members who work on the case. And the News Feed tab shows a sequence of actions and tasks that the team on the case performed. The Timeline tab features a robust timeline that you can set to display days, weeks, and months. Additionally, you can add milestones to call out important events on the timeline. The Attachment tab is where you can upload a file and attach it to a case or task. The limit is 25 megabytes per attachment. The Stats tab shows various statistics related to the case. An artifact is a piece of data that supports or relates to the case. The Artifacts tab organizes artifacts by type, such as file name, MAC address, suspicious URL, MD5 and SHA-1 file hashes, and more. An artifact can also have an attachment, such as an email, log file, and malware sample. You can add artifacts through integration with other Cloud Pak apps, but you can also add them manually to the case. Note that the same artifacts can be related to multiple cases. That relationship is also reflected in a graph. Note that circle objects present the case and rectangular objects are various artifacts. Let's exit this case. Note that you can also simulate a case if you have proper access to the orchestration and automation role, and access to the orchestration and automation part of the app. With simulations, you can create cases for testing to see how each component of your playbook responds. The process of working with simulated items is identical to working with real cases. You perform the same actions as you do on cases. Go back to the main menu. Note that in the Cases app, there is also an Analytics feature. You get access to the Analytics dashboard if you have the Cloud Pak for Security user access for orchestration and automation. The Analytics dashboard displays various charts and graphs for viewing statistical information. The orchestration and automation capabilities are licensed separately. In addition to the license, access to the SOAR part is located in a separate part of the UI. Access is controlled at the course level by using Cloud Pak User Management. After you have access to the orchestration and automation link, You manage fine-grained access to the cases and orchestration and automation features by going to the Permissions and Access link. Here, for the Cases app, you can define users and groups and add them to different roles. Beyond the default SOAR roles, you can create more roles from the Roles tab. For example, if someone in the company is focused on playbook design, you might create a role with permission to only view and modify roles. As another example, here is the option that you can use to create a role for a user to run simulations. Let's review the other tabs. Workspaces serve as containers or partitions for grouping different cases and let you manage cases more efficiently across multiple teams, and also within individual teams. They provide the flexibility to assign particular incidents to specific teams, and restrict access and control to only the teams and users that need it. The Timeframes tab defines various legal terms as a specific length of time. Typically, these are legal definitions and you should change them only after you consult with legal counsel. The Organization tab provides the details for your organization and allows you to define various settings, such as attachments, as well as export and import of the configurations. Let's now look at the Playbook Designer settings. Note: to access the SOAR Playbooks page, you must have the Cloud Pak Admin user role, and you must also have the SOAR Master Administrator role, or at least the ability to view and modify roles. The dynamic playbooks are the set of rules, conditions, business logic, workflows, scripts, actions, and tasks that are used to respond to an incident. Some of the playbook features control basic case management, while others are more for automation and orchestration. The Layouts feature helps you to visually present the case incident. The user interface makes it easy to drag and drop the different elements into a layout, and to set conditions to filter out unnecessary information. Within each layout, you can organize information by fields and data tables. If you categorize your cases by incident type and assign one or more playbooks for each incident type, you create different automated processes for case management. You can use incident types to control the inclusion of rules in playbooks. By building up hierarchies of incident types and associating them with rules, you can create very precise playbooks to meet your specific needs. Cancel this window. Go to the Phases and Tasks tab. You use phases to define each stage of an incident response. With phases, you capture the general intent of the response action. The phases feature logically and visually organizes tasks within a dynamic playbook. Note: the tasks in the next phase are not exposed until the phase completes. Based on data from each task, you can choose to enable or disable future tasks automatically. Tasks can be in the form of a set of instructions or advisories. A task can also take the form of an action that a responder selects, which you configure by using the Rules feature. Let's open the Rules tab. Rules are the basis of your playbook's decision-making process. Based on the input, rules determine which process to implement, including which tasks to bring into the incident. A rule can be automatic or manual. A rule is a set of conditional statements that, when satisfied, run predefined activities. An activity is the operation that the rule runs when the appropriate conditions are satisfied. A condition is a statement that includes a field, an equation, and a value. The condition is met when the statement evaluates to true. Rules can also trigger workflows. A workflow is a graphically designed set of activities that allows you to create a complex set of operations. Let's look at the Scripts tab. You can write and edit scripts that allow you to customize incidents and retrieve information on incidents and other object types. You can then invoke a script from a rule or workflow. The Incident tab comes preloaded with the scripts that collect artifacts from the email sent to a selected email address. Workflows are triggered by rules and assist in more complex decision-making processes. You design each workflow to represent a specific business process. A function is an orchestration and automation object that sends data to a remote function processor through a message destination. The function processor performs an activity, then returns the results to the workflow. Functions are triggered by workflows. A function has one or more inputs and provides results in JSON. Integration developers use functions to integrate the orchestration and automation application with other security programs. A message destination is a vehicle the orchestration and automation playbook uses to make data available to external programs. We already discussed phases and tasks. This is where you create them, as a part of the playbook design process. Let's move to the Breach tab. The application maintains a database of breach regulations and guidance documents, including penalties where applicable. This allows the application to provide a summary of the reporting and notification requirements. It can generate tasks automatically and update the case related to incidents involving personal information or personal data. Let's look at the artifacts that we have already discussed. An artifact is data that supports or relates to an incident. The Artifacts tab lists the type of artifacts available in the orchestration and automation application. There are several artifact types provided by the system. You can create your custom artifact types to organize artifacts for your environment better. This concludes the video that reviews the Cloud Pak for Security Cases app.